Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Saiva Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudare Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Kam Karoti Vachalam Bhangum Langeti Grim Ittupatam Bande Sri Gurun Paramananda Madhava Sri Chaitanya Ishvara. Reading from Nectar of Instructions, upadesmruta, Chapter 4, Part 4. So we have already discussed about Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 in our earlier videos. So today I am presenting Part 4, written by Srila Rupa Goswami. So we have seen text 1, Vacho Vegam Manasa Krodha Vegam Jihva Vegam Udaro Prashta Vegam Etan Vegan Yo Vishaheta Dhiraha Sarvam Apimam Pritim Sa Shishat. Translation: a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make a disciple all over the world. So here, in the just a recap, in the first sloka, Rupa Goswami says, any person who can control all these urges can make disciples all over the world. That's what he says. So what are those urges? So one who can tolerate the urge to speak. So whenever we start speaking something which should be connected to spiritual matters or related to Krishna Katha, Shravanam, Kirtanam, and anything which is beyond this, beyond Krishna Leela or Krishna Katha or chanting the holy names of God. So you have to keep quiet, we should not speak anything. Only if it is favorable to devotion service, then we have to we must speak that time, because we have to educate the people, the common people, to upgrade them or to boost them up in devotion service and connect them to Krishna or Krishna. And as the mind's demands, so the mind also should be engaged in remembering Krishna's pastimes or meditating on Krishna's pastimes or contemplating on Krishna's activities, like reading Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and the action of anger. So one should get anger only if a Vaishnava or the Supreme Personality of God is offended. Otherwise, he should control his anger. Like Hanuman, how he got angry when Lord Ram was offended. So he burned the whole Lanka. So like that we have. So anger should be curtailed, or anger should be controlled. Otherwise, it is one letter short of danger. So, and the tongue, belly, genitals, it is a straight line. So tongue should be controlled by honoring prasadam, and even though if it is a prasadam, it's there is some limit is there. Should not cross the limits. However, we require for our body, we have to consume the prasadam. We have to honor the prasadam. So, according to Ayurveda, that food should be 50% and the air should be 25%, and the water should be 25%. Like this, you have to maintain the body. So without prasadam also, it is very highly difficult. It's not advisable. So you must have some prasadam so that we can discuss about Krishna's pastimes or chant holy names or do some sadhana right from morning to night. So tongue should be controlled by honoring prasadam. So if one controls the tongue, he can control all other senses. So, and the belly also, we should regulate our food style. So how much ever is required, that much only we have to take. Otherwise, too much of taking food in to abnormal point, it leads to so many diseases. So when we are forced to have some diseases, when we are forced to have some intolerable diseases, then our devotion services will be it comes to the point of zero. So that is why that should be balanced, and regarding genitals, only the grahasthas should have point is only if you want to give some birth to children, then we can have the relationship. Otherwise, that should also be controlled. So you can have 100 number of children, but 100 number of children should be given Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, you should not have any progeny at all. So if at all if you have progeny, we should give them Krishna consciousness. We should make them a devotee. So that is where the society is facing so many problems because of producing non-devotees and producing the bad elements in the society. It is called unwanted population. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita first chapter, it is unwanted population. So because of that unwanted population, the society is having so many havocs and so many miseries. So that should also be avoided. So that should be controlled. Part 2. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyam cha sadbir bhaktir vinashyati. One's devotion service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. So these are the 6 points which are detrimental to our devotion service, which are obstacles to our devotion service. So one should avoid all these 6 points. Eating more than necessary, collecting more than necessary, collecting more funds than required, and over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain, talking unnecessary about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, being greedy for mundane achievements. So these 6 points we should consider these 6 points. That is, only limited food or limited prasadam should be taken, and to maintain this family and body, we should collect only the required funds. We should not work more than 8 hours. 8 hours we should go for earning or go to business or companies, and another 8 hours for rest and another 8 hours fully to concentrate in devotion service. So the second one is over endeavoring for mundane things. So we can see in our modern world people how they were trying for so many big projects which are not at all accessible to their capacities, to their talents, but still they slog like anything to make their project success. But ultimately it leads to distortion. So the third one is taking unnecessary about mundane subject matters. Talking unnecessary. So the talks or the speeches, the vacha should be only regarding devotion service, not about any other material subjects. So material subjects will not solve the problems of the material issues. Only the spiritual solutions or spiritual exemplary methods or the strategies only will solve the mundane subjects, will solve the mundane issues. So practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them. So some people, we can see most of the people only for the showcase or to have or to boast themselves. They will follow rules and regulations, saying that I am also a good spiritualist. I also go to temple. I also do so many homas. I do so many rituals, all those things, but only for just for the namesake they will be doing it, but not for the sake of practicing this, not for the sake of spiritual advancement. So those activities should be avoided. So and also rejecting the rules and regulations of scriptures and working independently or whimsically. So you can see the demonic activities are only they reject scriptural activities and they follow their own activities which are whimsically practiced. So don't associate with the worldly minded people. That means the people who are fully attached to the material world and outside world, which are no way connected to spiritualism, and should not be laulyam. Laulyam means greedy. So we should not endeavor for those objects or for those things. Like you can see in the modern world, some people say, hey, we want to buy that, we want to buy this, we want to buy we want to buy 3 BHK, 2 BHK, so many houses, and we want to buy so many cars because the neighbor has bought, because the opposite house has bought, because my friend has bought, because my relative has bought. Anything, the material opulence which is not connected to devotional service, that will ruin our life, definitely. So anything we can buy is humpty number of properties, hell a lot of properties we can buy, but all those properties, when it is not at all utilized for the service of the Lord, that will be a colossal waste. Now we can see in the modern society, in metropolitan cities, one person will be having 4 to 5 cars, but he is not at all using it. It is also detrimental to economical progress of the country. Because what is the use of keeping so many cars and so many houses when it is not used for the service of Krishna? And even materially also it is very waste. So because of instead of that, we can use that money and buy grains, vegetables, and offer it, cook for Krishna, and offer it to Krishna and distribute to everyone. Distribute the prasadam to everyone who is very poverty stricken. So you can use that money for that service. So people should get aware of all these things. Otherwise,